Hey, what's up? Traders, this is going live because there's price action and altcoins are moving. And you know, they've kind of just been at like breakout points, some of them today, and some are breaking out. I mean, there's actually stuff like looking pretty good. And I've been posting like, you know, and the charts only on the Patreon and stuff. Like, okay, Bitcoin's up, you know, 10,700 or so, or it got to that point. But right now, like, what's really running, I think Ethereum's right above resistance. Just so you know, I'm extremely tired. Like, I had terrible sleep last night, and yeah, man. I think the price action, but it's just you know, the streamer. It's more fun to be live when there's price action. I went live early today, and so I didn't. This is the normal time. I'm just a little late for it, but. Whatever. We really did have a good stream. If you didn't see it, covered crapload of different assets. Man, stocks killing it today. Futures open again. Yeah, look at this. Bitcoin bottom right, 11,780. Oh my God, music's loud. Hello, y'all hear me? Yeah, real good stream. But S&P 500 up. I mean, they're all flat. They just, you know, Nasdaq's up 0.12% actually. So it did the same thing yesterday. Outled the living crap out of the S&P and the Dow Jones. George, you learned so much. Thank you for watching. Thanks for giving me a chance, man. All right. I mean, it can't happen unless you say yes, and you're like, all right, I'll give this guy a shot. You know, one shot, man. Listen for a minute. If I don't like it, I'm out, right? That's cool. So Ethereum, man, look at this, you know, just in the end, really, you know, with that divergence, you just made almost like a triple bottom, right? Yeah, you can't call it three rising valleys or anything like that, first off, because the second peak on the three rising valleys always needs to be higher than the previous high. It was like a Bitcoin formation, but like kind of one bottom, two bottoms, three bottoms, and it happens to be a higher low because accumulation. And look what's happened. You broke the 366 area, right? You know what that is, the June 26, 2019 peak, right? The double bottom pattern, the huge one on the weekly, monthly. You broke back above it, so you sprung, of course. Then you back tested the spring this morning. Really early this morning, like I think 5 a.m. my time or something, 6 a.m. And then a huge engulfing candle, and look now, 389, a resistance. You're breaking it. You're trying to anyway. I mean, it's obviously a congestion area where prices have reversed before, and I think that goes back. That's way back from 2017, maybe. Oh, there's this. Yeah, August 2017, right there, that wick. That's ancient crypto times, right? You're just right at me. I'll just plot it right there so you can see it. Oh my goodness. So above that, 435, man. Nice bullish engulfing candle, right? Holding above the low or the highs from October and August 2017, right, where traders settled up. You never had one candle close below that. Some of the weekly is so important, man. If you're like newer, the weekly, you got to check the weekly. I mean, if you got a clean slate on a chart, you always just want to start with a weekly, so you can just see the overall trend. What's it been doing since its inception? You know, it's the first way to start sizing up a chart, and then you move. You know, to the daily, or you know, you can do like whatever, monthly, weekly, 3 day, 1 day, 4 hour, fine, whatever. Because my God, dude, that 3 day gave us vision when there really wasn't too much vision on Bitcoin, which is above its three gorgeous damn resistance. 3 day, here it is, the promised land, right there. First level of positive momentum you've seen on this time scale since August 28th. That's pretty good, man. So now you're just butting up against that 11, or you're near it. You haven't touched it yet. 11,776. Remember we were looking at that? Yeah, it's just this one peak from February of 2018. You know, that's the top part. It's not where traders set it up. It was just like where the price action reached its highest point that day, or that candle, whatever. So yeah, you've got definitely this resistance, you know, back there, and then you got one at 11,981, and then you got, you know, the top of that, right? It's kind of like the zone of resistance, 12,312. You know, you got like support or resistance up there that it's not going to be that easy to break through, but maybe this hidden bullish divergence would be enough to get us through that. I don't know. Just could be a lot of sell orders there. Just trying to drink my coffee, more important than ever right now, me being extremely tired. Very tired. Oh yeah. So yeah, there were like, didn't want to do it like too normal. Just wanted to go through and talk about the ones that are still like there. They haven't taken off yet, you know? Like, let's look at OMG, which I don't ever look at OMG until I saw this. Someone requested it, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, this looks really good. I mean, the structure is perfect, and in the context, there's no greater context to find a potential inverse head and shoulders than this right here. And again, we talked about it hardcore today, but you know, before this pattern developed, you had a big run up, and then before that, you were at like 160 for a really long time. So big bullish impulse, and that sets the tone for, you know, if you do correct the consolidation you get. That's just making this structure at a higher level than the previous level. Lets you know more market participants are involved, invested, or whatever you want to call it. It's not really investing because it's OMG, but it just means more people own this than before, and it was an 88% retrace, so that's like, you know, when you retrace 88%, there's like an 88% sale on OMG. And then you form, of course, the Bulkowski pattern, potential inverse head and shoulders, almost perfect. And so there's a lot of upside potential if, you know, market participants will it. And it's going to be on Bitcoin to not like be just get weird, just freak out, you know. Bitcoin freaks out. I mean, of course, all these patterns will fail. Whatever, man. That's why position sizing and risk management is just as important as identifying chart patterns, right? And an edge on the market. Holy Trinity, man. What's up, Grub, man? All right. IOTA. IOTA's another one, just broke out. It was like on the cusp of the break. It was like just starting to break out on the day stream, right? We're getting the back test still. This candle's still open, and it had a really nice finish, it looks like. Or close, you know. But here we go. Another one. Just think about it. You know, I've already got these Fibonacci set up for targets for this structure, but if you Fibonacci from the low point, from June 26th, whatever, to the high, nearly an 88% retrace from that previous low. That's a value perceived area where this pattern's developing. It's perfect, man. And you don't even have to call it a potential inverse head and shoulders. You can definitely call it, with 100% call it, a descending broadening wedge. 2 on the top, 2 touches on the top, 2 on the bottom. And what is this? This was your potential partial decline. And it becomes a confirmed partial decline when it runs back up and tests the supply line. And then when it does that, and there's a 70% chance of breakout, boom, right? Do we have to do it? Do we have to do it?
Do you respect it?
I think that works. So let's see if we can get fall through, and let's see if IOTA can break 31.67 cents, which you look left is, you know, potential reversal area. As you can see throughout history, look, November 2018, a high. Look at this high, January 2019, February 2019, March. April, you know, like, good God, how many times does it have to touch? And so that's not going to be easy to break. But if you can break it, you certainly, I mean, you pretty much are going to hit 33.87 cents, like the 50%, you know, retrace from the height to the low point, right? Then 36.47 cents, and then 38.71 cents, another big potential reversal area up there. It's cool where my 618 is also a potential reversal area, February of this year. Yeah, right here, January 2019, and probably a couple other places. So there you go, man. IOTA, Austin, Texas, man. Pray for Bitcoin. That's it. Yeah, just like went live because, well, it's not fair that we identify the structures while we're live, and then, oh, they start pumping, and oh, I don't get to be live for the fun part. I just get to be live for the part that isn't like hype and crazy, you know? I think you would all understand. Cardano, come on, man. You know, it was like there's a support resistance area right here at 9 cents and bullish divergence, confirmation low. You know, the descending broadening wedges supply line got broken 3 days ago, and it's rallying, man. And you're approaching the 50% retrace of this pattern. But we know resistance-wise, there's not much up here until 13.872 cents. All right, I guess you could say the 618 can flow like that 12.6 cent high. So yeah, that would probably be where it's headed, assuming Bitcoin doesn't just get weird and freak out. Got it? Think you do, man. XLM, right? Another one that corrected, lost 78% of its value. Not 88%. All right, that's still a nice sale if I ever saw one. And right around that 1414 fib extension, a little bit lower in that, you know, if you move it down, 1414, perfect. Yep. So it, you know, at that level, it created this little ascending triangle and broke it, and now it's back tested what was once resistance of the pattern as support, and is now bounced, and now it's got to catch some bids now, right? It hasn't caught those bids quite yet. So this is where, I mean, this is the zone, the area where a reversal can happen. That's, you know, there's a decent amount of variables here. And I think on the daily there was divergence, I mean, there was bullish divergence on the daily at this level. And then you fell below a critical support, you rallied and then back tested it as support, and now you've once you do that, confirms the market participants that bottoms in locally, or at least right there, and you rally to the next level. Now we've broken another little resistance from May 1st. So if you look at the daily on XLM, wow, there's not too much above you really, I mean, until like 8.6 to 8.9 cents. You're kind of making a pretty real breakout, right? Throughout history, where we are, you almost always go straight up to 8.9 cents. Something worth noting there. So definitely something worth noting there, where we are. See if history would repeat itself like it did, back in February 2019. I mean, even here, for a dead cat bounce, like July of 2019, straight down, straight up, right? And then once it back tested, it went straight down again, and then went straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. And this is, one spot where it didn't in June. So, which is right where the measured move of the little ascending triangle is. Kind of crazy, man. Y'all catching this? Y'all getting this? Wi-Fi hasn't done much of anything during this. Yep. Maybe it's not quite time yet, but man, really intrigued. It's kind of a joke, but just wanting to see if this little descending broadening wedge's potential partial decline plays out. After hitting nearly a 78% retrace, you really hit like the only support area that there would ever be on YFI, the August 22nd low. So if it tests, this is descending broadening wedge, so if it tests this 18,700 area again, confirm partial decline, that's where the breakout could very well occur, and then it could ride up to like 50% retrace is just 27,973 right up here. So, and you could, right, probably where to put the stop if you want to keep it tight, just below the little potential partial decline, right? If you're playing that, so if it falls below it, then it's invalid, right? It could just meander on down to see 10,840 again. What's going on, man? Whoa. But it's an S coin, so yeah, and it's down. It's down 2%. It's DeFi though. Isn't DeFi across the board like still getting wrecked, right? I don't know. It was its own thing, man. It's definitely separate from the older legacy coins and stuff like Monero. Hit $130, hit a 23% retrace. Just remember, you hit a 23% retrace on Monero on the monthly from the all-time high to the lowest point. First fib node achieved, and you're breaking the June of 2019 high. So the potential double bottom is now becoming an actual real double bottom, and it's really good looking. So I mean, eventually, right? It's been this way for months. Eventually, 197 to 304. If this was to actually play out, it's a common retrace. It's working on it. It's been outperforming ever since the IRS, right? Didn't they say they'd pay a bunch of money for hackers to crack the algo in Monero that makes it so amazing as a security token, impregnable right now? Well, whatever, dude. I mean, it's just nuts. That acceleration demand, it's almost like parabola going on. But Link broke out, and it's pulled back a little bit with Bitcoin, I guess. But man, look at this. This is like a huge, like double bottom. I mean, doesn't it look like the beginning of a huge W or something? Right, an accumulation, right? The nice divergence at that local area that helped us find the reversal, and it's up like 40+% since that divergence started playing out on both oscillators, Class C on the RSI. So you got the target areas, I mean, that were discussed days ago, right? So we plotted them: 13.08, $15, 17.39. That's how it works, Larry. We'll see if we can get there. I hope you have not been away for a long time and you're just like watching me for the first time today, because like there have been so many of these opportunities that I've been live streaming every day, and a lot of them are taking off, with Bitcoin. What was the other one? There's something else. Yeah, like it's kind of a joke because it's scrub trash coin. One of the bottom of the barrel ones, WRX. Well, it had an interesting little resistance that it broke. So, and the oscillators look fine. Oscillators look kind of good to run more. I'm not saying there's any exhaustion, so could run up to 11.5 cents. I mean, this is a major congestion area on WRX. And it's really like you just continued making more divergence. This is definitely like, yeah, that was the first pop. And now you definitely think that WRX, based on where it is, what it's doing, the higher lows at this congestion area, you think 11.5 cents is a very real possibility at this point. Assuming Bitcoin doesn't freak out. It's like a disclaimer. You have to say that after every time, every S coin. But Bitcoin at this point is just kind of like a freaking tech stock. That's all. I mean, that's the meme I've created. Bitcoin tech stock. What's NASDAQ doing? You know, it's been mooning today. Doing a tech stock, buy, $50 million. That's what's funny about it. The day that news happened was it. That was when it started. I'm talking that news catalyst was the candle. And so, like, since that happened, let's go hype in the chat for Jack Dorsey. From the highest point just a few moments ago, in 4 days, Bitcoin has appreciated in value 10.87%. Thank you, Jack. We appreciate it, man. So yeah, there's Fibonacci. What else is there on Bitcoin? Leave no mental stone left unturned or something. Hey, I like that. Like this, just the channel. You're breaking out of it. You're breaking above a 786 from this high. That's good. So that was like the only thing I was thinking maybe be a little worried about. But this is great, man. This is. Yeah, there's not much, man, to like. I guess there's this one little high. Is that it? Yeah, there's just one little peak. I don't think it's not a swing high though, really. Yeah, 11,981 is kind of your next area. Don't forget the right angle descending broadening formation. If it held here, dude, this pattern structure will bring it back out. We used to have it here. Then it was like, well, it failed to break out, so it's like, why would I have it on the chart then? It just gets busy, See what happens, and now we're watching what's happening as you engulfed bullishly last week. And this would definitely be how you size up a pattern like this if this holds. If you can get above this 11,786 area on Binance, you've got these local highs too that could always play a role on bamboozling. But if you look at the weekly, man, you see there's far more support below us than there is resistance above us. That is undeniable. Ask anyone. Just look at the chart. Look at this. 16,614, 100%. Measured move of this right angle descending broadening formation, and you're at like 61, 62 on the RSI. That's really good, man. Just looking at the monthly. I mean, there's 19 days left, but all right, about to be engulfing the previous candle from last month. All the losses taken back. That's pretty awesome, dude. Let me go to the other one too, so you can just so you know, all right, like people are new or not. Just remember, like a 2.5+ year consolidation pattern, the symmetrical triangle and log scale. You broke out of it in July. You back tested the breakouts, right, the downsloping resistance, you back tested it 2 months in a row. 2 back tests, and you held the high right here from June of 2019 where traders set it up. So now you're again engulfing the previous candle from last month of that back test. And so on the monthly, the target would be 13,828. That's it, dude. There's nothing there on the monthly until that wick high. Holy crap. I like it, man. Good luck, Bitcoin. We're praying for you, man. Oh, let's look at the Bitcoin futures chart, because this was hilarious, right? Let's go, dude. It looks so much clearer on the Bitcoin futures chart than it did the actual spot price. It was a perfect looking ascending triangle. It filled the gaps. It had the nice bullish convergence. And then it broke out. And it's almost at the 100% measured move.
Hey, Mitch, could we give Adam a look? I got in on the breakout and I would be interested in your thoughts on an exit. I'm thinking of laddering from now to around 7.10. Thanks.
You're talking about Atomera? Atom, the semiconductor stock? No, of course not. No one's ever requested that. I'll always ask though. So look, man, Bitcoin futures 11,935. We're almost there. I mean, it's so close, you know. And the thing about ascending triangles, only about 70% of the measured move gets hit most of the time if it actually plays out. So you're at that. You're at big time resistance 11,745 on futures. And thank you again, Keenan, man. Really appreciate it. We'll definitely look at Adam, okay? Not sure. It's nothing here. Maybe it was something locally I'd plotted. Oh, it's just this peak right here. Peak from July 31st, I guess. So, think you can definitely get there. We'll see. There's not much resistance for Bitcoin right now. Just deep retraces. SPAQ, let's go, dude. Sorry, that was on my other chart. Good God, it was so nice, man. So good. So good looking. Yeah, I mean, like, hey, if you snooze, you lose. If you don't look at it, then, well, you're going to miss it. Which is definitely something I did. I definitely missed this. It's beautiful though, man. Beautiful. I'm sure people were talking about it, you know, patrons saying stuff. This is the same thing, man. All right. This is something like why you watch this stream. This is why you come back, you know, because it's just, I want you to see like what BAT, right? Or not really BAT. It was OMG. Exact same situation. It doesn't matter if the trade fails or not. Of course it does. But I'm saying that's why you position size appropriately. You get the stop loss set up perfectly. So if it fails, okay, very minimal losses, you move on to the next one and you try again, right? But again, just remember this in your mind. When you're in an uptrend and then a big correction happens and then it's a deep retrace from your previous swing low to your swing high, you're always looking for a 78 or 88% retrace. Over and over and over again. Remember, because we're talking about, I'm trying to burn this and punch this into your brains if you're newer to this. So you just can't forget it. That's why I'm repeating myself so much. So it's like you have a sale on Atom. There was a big sale on Atom September 23rd. Real big one. And so market participants took that as an opportunity to buy at those levels, and it ran up, and then it created a neckline. created a neckline that was slanted. That's okay. Slanted neckline. And then nice left shoulder, the head, and then of course the right shoulder. And so he's asking something. Well, we're at a fit. No, hold on. Let's now. Okay, Fibonacci. Thank you so much for helping us. You know, with our targets to the downside where we could perceive value. Now we're looking for targets to the upside. All right, we want to see how far from the highest point to the lowest point we've retraced. So we're nearing a 50% retrace. Okay, so let's try this. See what the 100% measure move of this structure is. From the breakout, it happens to be, I don't know what 724 is. Is that something? Oh my God, dude, 724 is the high. This is it, man. June of 2019, X marks the spot, right? Kind of TA Tetris right there. So that's your target, and one could take profit a little bit below that, make sure their order gets filled, but that's where, if one was to enter this, that's where one will be taking profit, right at that area, that congestion area, where a major reversal could occur, because in history, that is exactly what happened there. So it could very well happen again. That's where sell orders are going to be. Whether it breaks through it for a minute, it's probably high probability going to chop around there for a while before blasting off higher or dumping, right? So, beautiful, man. And that was the question, right? On exit, that 724, man. Boom. Okay. Congrats on those mid attendees who were able to identify this. Take what, we apply every day in the stream. Take that and go fishing for yourself, man. It's a big ocean out there. A lot of assets that are tradable. Let's go find them. Learn the right way, and then go find them and apply the teachings and be self-sufficient, man. That's what life is, man. Self-sufficiency. Not collectivism. Individuality, man. Come on.
Bruh.
Okay, that was really, dang, man. I can't believe I've been live 36 minutes, man. How's this even real? Yeah, I was really just going live to catch some people up on some of the assets, because since I even streamed, they had been running up, and that's like, and there's some hype to it. And look at Tezos, man. Everyone hates Tezos, right? It's like a TV show. But the higher low, right? The higher low than the previous low. Look at that, man. That's some accumulation stuff. Man, think about what it could do, in time. It just made a slightly higher high. It's about the same. It could either be in a ascending triangle. What if it goes higher and then dumps and makes a third really nice looking low, and we get this like gorgeous 3 rising valley structure? Man, that'd be something else. But you're always looking for something, and if it's not there, you're always trying to visualize what it could be, and you just stare at it for a minute, and you just keep scanning, right? You just keep going through until you find one. But again, at this point, like, this is obviously a lower risk area for an entry, and it's been that way on Tezos, especially since the 5th of October, when it's been making this higher low. But again, yeah, it's Tezos. You could trade anything. If you could trade anything, why trade Tezos? Yeah, sure. Could have traded a Binance coin. It's not hit target yet, though. It's only up a little bit more. I'm sure there's bearish divergence on the 60-minute or something, but it could come in back test 29.33, and a Bitcoin dumps. It could dump hardcore, man. Disclaimer on all of them. Bitcoin dumps, they're all screwed. Okay. Litecoin, it's broken the actual major resistance from September 26, 2019. It broke that, but now it's like up against this local high that matches September 12th. So you break that, man. I mean, there's just not much resistance in between $50 and $60, even if you're just on the fringe. Could be a lot of upside here, but hey, man, remember 88% retrace. Near 161 AM is deep there, and lots and lots of support here, tons of it, and some divergence. Definitely a bullish divergence on the daily. So bullish shark hype. It's amazing, man. And same thing, big one cash, right? It's just at a, I mean, it's technically out of the range. And definitely hidden bullish divergence there for now. But it's just following Bitcoin. That's all it's doing. Thanks for the 662 here. I know y'all are probably happy with your retirement accounts if you checked them today. Your portfolios, man. What a freaking day. Apple, by the way, ended up closing as the top gainer on the S&P 500, where Ford all freaking day was number one. Apple took the lead in the end. I think Ford pulled back. We looked at that in the earlier stream. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, again, man, you're just at an area where if you break things, it could be insane. You just haven't yet. And you could pull back, make another higher low before going again. So one that's just kept going, or it was anyway, is ZRX above a very critical resistance. Could go very high. Get it? Okay, we cool. KNC was pumping a little bit earlier. Now it's pulled back like 3% from its high. But man, the bullish dragon, you know, really got some more bids there. All the divergence. That's what you're looking for, man. I think we got it. I think we got all of them, you know. Or just the crypto ones that I wanted to talk about because it's, you know, whatever. So look out, man. Our opportunity has been knocking for weeks now. Have you been answering? Some of you have. 517 of you have. Hopefully. What's up, Oliver, man? Alright, dude. Well, good luck to all of you on your journey. I'm gonna get some rest, man. I gotta get some food, and I gotta rest, man. I'm just tired. Bad, just didn't get much sleep, and the painters came over. Alerts going off all night, man. I gotta do not disturb or something. Okay. So cheers, y'all amazing. I'll be back later, man. In before 11,981, right? In before. Till next time. Respect to the T. A. Whoops. Hey, Daniel Smith, man. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Holy crap. Thank you, man. Kangs.
Bruh.
242 today? Huh? This is why I say no freakouts. If Bitcoin doesn't just freak out. Freaking out, dude. Oh my god.
I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
Adios, turd nugget.